Welcome to the Crochet Crowd with my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today I'm going to do the Softy Baby Warrior baby helmets. Now both of the helmets are exactly the same as far as the design, but what's changing is the accessories, and we'll cover those at the end of today's tutorial. So this pattern is available in Preemie of 1 to 3 pounds, Preemie of 4 to 6 pounds, newborn 3 to 6 months, and then 12 months. Just for the sake of what I think will be most popular in this design, I'm going to do the 3 to 6 month of age. You can substitute the information, and let's talk quickly about that. In today's pattern you're going to notice that there's color coding 1 to 3 pounds, 4 to 6, a newborn, and etc. You'll see all the colors here. So whenever there's a decision to be made on a pattern here and it's color coded, it just tells you that's what you need to do. So when you're starting with the larger hook, which I'll cover in a second, and the main color, it says chain 36, 42, 48, 60, or 72. You have to choose the number here. It's in color coding, so you choose the size that matches to you. Now I like to go through my pattern and circle all of those numbers that match. So even though it's color coded, it's just easier for me to circle. Now when there's no color coding in instructions, say 1 to 6 rounds here, there's no color coding. That means that all of the particular hats are doing the same thing for those same rounds, and once something changes, you'll notice in the 7th round something else is going to happen. So you're going to notice that as we're going through today's pattern. So as I mentioned, we're going to do 3 to 6 months of age here on camera. There's also 2 sizes of crochet hooks in order to follow. So in the instructions it says use a 3.75 millimeter US F or 5 hook and a 4 millimeter US G or 6, and that's going to be a matter of just following along. So when we go to start this, you're going to see here with the larger hook, so that's the largest hook, so 4 millimeter size G/6, and then we're gonna follow those instructions. So I'm guessing pretty much, and I haven't really looked that far in advance, but I'm thinking that the smaller hook is probably for the accessories that will be added to this at the end. So this is what we're going to do today, and I'm gonna be using Bernat Softy Baby as my yarn of choice. As we begin today's hat, we're going to be starting off in the brim and working our way to be smaller. So usually we go from the top down. We're gonna go from the brim here, and I'm gonna show you a technique in order not to twist your chain the first time. So just choose the size that you want to go, get your crochet hook, and let's get going. So let's start off with the slip knot, and I'm using my 4 millimeter size G crochet hook in order to play. Insert the hook, and let's chain the number that you want. So in my case it'll be 60. So I'm just gonna start off, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I need to go all the way to 60, but I want to show you a little trick. If you take this off the hook and make sure that this is not twisted, if you put it into the first chain just like so, then you can just continue to go all the way to your 60 and this chain will not be twisting on you. So you go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and go all the way to the size that you need for this particular chain. So I've got my 60 here, so I'm just going to yarn over and pull through and through. Now because I kept it on here, it should not be twisted, but make sure on the first round that you untwist anything if it is twisting on you. So let's begin round number 1, nice and simple. So round number 1, all hats, is just chain 1, and in the same one here, just the next, sorry, in the same one here, we want to go 1 single crochet into each one of the chains. I recommend staying to the back side of the chain, so just 1 loop on the back of the chain. Once you do the first one, then the rest of them, see how they're just jumping up? They'll stay there. So just do 1 single crochet in each one of the chains for your hat. So please do this all the way around. This is round number 1. So I'm coming all the way around. I did verify that I have now 60 single crochets because that's how many was in the chain. I want you to stretch it out and make sure that it's not twisted on you. So when you go to slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet, I want you to make sure that this is like a belt, so it's not twisting on you, so you can see, so there's no weird twists. So let's begin then round number 2. So now that we confirm that the chain is not twisting at all in any way, so what we have to do in this hat, in order to keep those bumps in the front of the helmet looking straight, you have to turn out the end of each row, so or at the end of each round. So here's where I am. I'm just going to turn and then go back in the direction I just came from. So in round number 2, what I need to do is that I need to chain up 1, and we're gonna go in the front loops only. So when you look at this, when you have a regular stitch which consists of 2 stitches, but if you go in the front one here, that's the front loop, and if you go in the other one, that's the back loop, and we'll be doing the back loop in a bit. So starting in the very first one, just straight down on the same stitch, just do 1 single crochet in each of the front loops going all the way around. Remember that we have to turn at the end of each of these rounds in order to keep those the consistency, and it also keeps the in hats it also keeps the seam line going straight up instead of going up on an angle. So do 1 single crochet in each of the front loops all the way around. So I'm coming up to the end of round number 2, continuing in the front loops only. Come right into that's the last one that you see right here. So this one here is not a stitch. So just join it then to the top of the beginning, or to the beginning single crochet, and then turn and go back in the direction you just came from. So in round number 3, gonna chain up 1, and this time in the back loop only, so just go for the back loop only. So in the back part, and just do 1 single crochet in each of the stitches going all the way around. So this one's the back loop, single crochet. Please do this. This is round number 3. So I'm just finishing up round number 3. It's in the back loops only, and then once I get to here, I'm just going to join it. Now we're gonna turn again, and round number 4 is the same as round number 2. So just chain up 1 and just do 1 single crochet in the front loop again all the way around. So this is round number 4. So front loop, single crochet all the way around. And coming up to the end of round number 4, I was just doing the front loop single crochet and join it, and let's turn. So even with rounds number 5 and 6, you still have to turn after the end of each. So I'm gonna leave those with you. So we're just gonna get yourself started, and then you'll do both of those rounds. So you're just gonna chain up 1, just go into a regular stitch so that you have the 2 loops left on top like a normal stitch, and just do 1 single crochet in each of the regular stitches all the way around. So when you get all the way around, then just join it, and then just turn, and then do round number 6, and then maybe at the end of round number 6. So just 2 rounds here, single crochet, and I'll see you at the end of round 6. So I'm coming up to the end of round number 6, and just slip stitch to the beginning, and let's turn. So round number 7 is when the game plan changes for all sizes, and we're gonna be putting the bump. Now to estimate where the bump is gonna be, it's gonna be right in the front of the hat. So the seam line is gonna stay towards the back, and the bump will be here. So you just have to follow the number of single crochets that you have. So in my case there's 30 single crochets first, and then what we're going to do is do a bobble, and then what we're going to do then is then just single crochet the remaining. So let's just chain up 1, and you're going to go in the regular stitches as normal, and you're just gonna count. So in my case there will be 30. So you have to either do 18, 21, 24, 30, or 36. You decide which one is going to be your size. So I'll meet you at the end of that count, and I will then show you how to do the bobble. So in my case I got 1 done so far. So I have my 30 single crochets in for my size, and you can see this is where I started on this side. It's literally in the halfway point before you go on the other side. So let's do a bobble. So the bobble is really quite simple. You're going to yarn over, and you're gonna go into the next stitch and insert in, pull through, and pull through 2. And you're gonna keep doing that in that same stitch until you get 6 loops on this hook. So yarn over, same stitch, pull through 2, and hold it. And keep doing that. Okay, I have 4 loops on the hook. I'm looking for 6. Like that. Okay, and then once you have your 6, yarn over and pull through all 6, and that will create your bobble. So now you're just going to continue to single crochet starting in the next one all the way back to the beginning. So the very first time you want to pay attention. See how it's popping out here on the front side? You want to get that bobble so that when it pops to the front side of it. And now just single crochet yourself all the way back around. So that was round number 7 that we're going to do, and then 8, 9, and 10 are just the regular single crochet round. So it'll be every 4th round we'll have that bump, and we'll get there in just a moment. So we're just gonna keep on in sequence, and so you see the little bit of a bump that's there. It's part of your helmet, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I'm finishing up round 7, coming to the last one. I join it to the first single crochet and then turn. So rounds number 8, 9 and 10 are all the same. So rounds 8, 9 and 10 are just one single crochet in each of the stitches and then just join it and then chain 1 and continue to go. So I want you to do rounds number 8, 9 and 10 and then we're gonna pick up on number 11 and then go through the repeat. So just do 8, 9 and 10, one single crochet in each all the way around and then turn after each. So I'm coming up to the end of round number 10 and I'm just going to join it. So round number 11 is the same as round number 7. So it's the same as doing the bobble. So rounds number what do we have here? It says well, let's just do number 11 anyway. So we're just gonna chain up 1 and it's the same count as we did before, so in my case it'll be 30. So I'm going to just single crochet 30, then do a bobble and then finish the round just like we would. So your number would be different if you're doing a different size. So do round number 11 and then we'll talk about the repeat next. So I now have my 30 in and so the next one will be a bobble. So wrap the hook, pull through 2 and keep doing that. So just do that until you get 6 loops onto the hook so you can get that bobble made. And then once you get all 6, pull through and then start in the next one, and when you do that single crochet just make sure that bobble stays towards the same side so it pops out. So just continue to single crochet all the way to the beginning and then we'll cover the repeat then that you will do for the whatever size you're working on. So we'll cover that in just a moment. Okay, so I'm coming to the end of round number 11. So let's just join it and then turn and let's just talk about what we're going to do. So I'm gonna turn and here we go. So it says in the next rounds are going to be a repeat of the last 4 rounds. So it's going to be 3 rounds of just regular single crochet and then 1 round with the bobble in it. And you're gonna repeat that. So depending on what size that you're working on, you'll either repeat the last 4 rounds twice, 3 times or 4 times. So in my case it says repeat 3 times the last 4. So I'll do 3 rows of single crochets and then a bobble and I will do that a total of 3 times. So repeat the last 4 rounds the set number of times that you want to do for your particular size, and I will leave that for you and I will do that and then I'll meet you at the end of that section. So here we are now. I've just finished repeating 3 times rows number 8 through 11 and you can see what I do here on off cameras that I just check it off. I write down the number then I circle it as I pass it. So now we're gonna do shape the top. So we just finished with round number 11 which was doing the one with the bobbles to create the bump that's in the front of the helmet. So we're gonna start round number 1, 2, 3 and in round number 4 if you see here MB is making the bobble. So we're gonna continue in the same fashion that every 4th round will be the bobble as we're continuing. So now you're gonna see all of these instructions in color, so you have to match the one that you're about to do. So let's just review number 1. It says chain 1 and remember we had to turn at the end, so we have to keep turning at the end of each one of these rounds as we go. So it says chain 1, 1 single crochet in each of the next. Choose the number that matches. So my number is 8 in the next 8 single crochets and then drop a loop and basically it's telling you 2 together, which I will share with you on camera. So it says repeat from the asterisk around, so it says 1 single crochet from each of the next 8 and you keep doing that all the way around and this is what you'll end up with. That so it gives you a count at the end. So round number 2 is the same thing, chain 1, 1 single crochet in each of the next and it changes. Okay, and if you're seeing that it goes from 8 to 7 to 6 and then what we have here is then it will just continue around. So what we have to watch out for number 4 is 1 single crochet in each of the next 21 and then we want to do the bobble into the next one and then 1 single crochet in each all the way to the round. So number 4 is not continuously repeating itself, it's just a one-time instruction there. And then what we have to do is round number 5 is continue. Now you'll notice here in sizes preemie 4 pounds, newborn 3 month and etc. You will notice that the preemie of 1 to 3 pounds is missing here. So at the end of the 5th round the preemie one is pretty much almost done at that point and then you carry on to the next set of instruction. So these sizes here are only for this here. So in my case my size here is actually here. Okay, and so if you want to turn it over, I know I'm going a little bit slow here. And then what we have here is that we have the newborn is in the next one. So you'll see that the one preemie size is now missing. So here's the next set of instructions. And then what we have is the next one for 3 to 6 months. You'll notice that the newborn is missing from there because it's done. And then it says next round and etc. So what we have to do is that we have to just make sure that you're following all the sizes and then once you finish off. So for example 3 to 6 month here is then all of this. This is only the 12 months, so the 3 to 6 month that I was doing, I'm not gonna do these set of instructions. And then all of us are just gonna jump down to all sizes right here, and we're going to finish off the remaining of the particular one, and then we're gonna jump to the extra stuff. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's begin round number 1, and you have to follow the number of stitches that it's telling you to do as I just went through with you. So we're gonna chain up 1, and we're just gonna do 1 single crochet in my case to the next 8, next single crochet in each to the next 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then once you get your 8 done, or whatever number that you're going for, the next one's gonna come in, you're gonna pull through, leave a loop, and then you're gonna go to the next one, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook, pull through all 3. So that is 2 together, and you're gonna do that every time you have that instruction. So then we continue again, so 8 in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then the next 2 are together. So in, yarn over, pull through, go to the next one, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through all 3. So please repeat that going all the way around, and that'll finish off round number 1. And now that I've shown you how to do that, we're gonna blaze through a second, third, and fourth and fifth round together with you. So please continue on in this manner. So once you get all the way around, you're just gonna slip stitch and then turn, and then let's do round number 2. So round number 2 is chain up 1, and you want to do 1 single crochet in each of the next. In my case it'll be 7. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, once you get your 7 in there, or whatever number you're going for, just put the next 2 together, and so on. So please do round number 2. So I've come to the end of round number 2, turn my work. So in round number 3 it's going to be chain up 1 and 1 single crochet in the next 6. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then put the next 2 together. Okay, so please do that all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of round number 3. So I just finished off number 3, I joined it and then I turned. So number 4 we have to then, it's just going to be 1 single crochet, and in my case it'll be 21 stitches. But what I would do is I would look for these humps. Okay, so look for these bobbles, and if something is going wrong, just literally look for it and place the bobble right where you think it should be. Even if your number is off by like a few, it doesn't really matter too much, as long as that you're keeping it consistent so you can keep the line in your hat. So in this case it'll be 21 stitches for me, and then I will do the bobble, and then your case it could be another number, and then we already know how to do the bobble, and then just single crochet the remaining of the round. This is round number 4. Okay, I'm just finishing up round number 4. So this is the one with the bobble in it that you see. So now number 5, round number 5 is going to be the last round for the absolute smallest preemie size of 1 to 3 pounds. So what, before you continue on then to jump ahead in the rest of the pattern. So here we go, and it is going to be chain 1, 1 single crochet. In my case it'll be 5 stitches in a row and then 2 together. So please do that for my size if you wish. There's other sizes that you'll see on the pattern if you're doing a different size. So in my case there's 5 in a row and then 2 together. Please do that instruction for round number 5. So I've now just finished round number 5. Now what I want to do is that you can see the kind of the shaping of this hat is going in this direction. So I'm gonna take you back to the pattern because now the 1 to 3 preemie size is done. So every time I'm now progressing, I'm going to tell you when things are going to be finishing up, so that you can have a better idea of being able to follow this pattern. So let's take a look at the pattern once again. So as we just finished round number 5, you'll notice that the next size here, the preemie size 1 to 3 pounds is missing. That means that you're not gonna do these instructions. So for these sizes, this is the instruction you need to carry on with. And as you turn it over, you will find here So the size is newborn, so you'll notice that the one preemie size is now missing again. So then you will then carry on. So for all of them, when it says all sizes, you just have to come down here, all sizes, here's what it's going to be. So it's essentially taking you to the last 12 stitches that will be in the circle. So as you're finishing off, if you notice, 12 is the magic number. So as you're finishing that off, so I'm going to tell you then as you're continuing along, remember I'm doing the 3 to 6 months of age size. So as we're progressing our way, I will tell you when you need to deviate. And of course if you're doing the 12-month size, I'm not going that high, so you'll need to do these set of instructions here, these 3, before then you'll do all sizes here. So for preemie 4 to 6 all the way to 12 months, here's what you're going to do is you're going to chain up 1 and you're going to single crochet then, and I want to go in the next 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and just remember that's the size that I'm going for. You may have a different count because you might be doing the other sizes, and then put the next 2 together. So please do that all the way around, and that will be that one. So I'm come all the way around, I'm just slip stitching, and then remember we have to turn. So for the newborns, or sorry, for the preemie 4 to 6, you're now done. You're gonna now progress to all sizes. Now for newborn 3 to 6 and 12 months of age, you're now continuing your journey. So you're gonna chain up 1, and in my case it'll be the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 2 together. So please do that all the way around, and we'll see at the end of this round. So I've now just come all the way around. The next size then, the next round is only for 3 to 6 to 12 months of age. So you're just going to then just chain up 1, and you want to make the bump once again for this size. So what you're going to do is that you're going to chain up 1, and in the next, in my case it'll be 12, what do we got here, 12 stitches, and then you can do the bump. But what I would recommend, just in case you've gone off the track somewhere, just look for it and put it in there where you think it's gonna be if you're off. That's always a way to cheat the system if you want to. And then the other size is 18 stitches. That was for the 12 months. So but I'm only doing this 3 to 6, so in my case it'll be 12. So just do the first 12 and then do your bobble, and then the remaining of the single crochets then will be, or the remaining of the stitches will be single crochet. So please do that all the way around. This is the next round. So just come all the way around, and that was the one with the bobble in it. So for the next round, this is also for 3 to 6 and 12 months of only, and this is gonna be the last round for the 3 to 6 months before continuing to all sizes. So you're just gonna chain up 1, and you're gonna do 1 single crochet. In my case it'll be 1 single crochet in the next 1 stitch, so just 1, and then the next one is gonna be 2 together. Okay, and you keep doing that all the way around for this size. So 1 by itself and the next 2 together. Please do that now, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I just finished this round, and you'll notice that the hole is pretty small now at the top. So if you're doing the 12 months, you still have 3 more sets of instructions to do before you go to all sizes. And one of the instructions, if you just look at it, has the bobble in it, so you'll have one more set of bobbles to one more bobble to do. So for those continuing along in the 3 months of age, all you're just going to do then is just chain up 1. So I turned it now, and it's just gonna be 2 together all the way around. So every stitch, every 2 stitches become 1, and you're gonna do that all the way around. And then what we're going to do is that we're just gonna leave a long strand on there, and then just weave it through the remaining of these stitches, and then just pull it together nice and tight at the top, and that will conclude then making the helmet. So once you're all the way around, just slip stitch it to the top, and now you're gonna have a small hole left. And what I want you to do is just leave an extra long tail here and throw it into a tapestry needle to close it. So just pull that strand through there. Let me just back out the camera just a little bit for you here. And all I'm just going to do is just put it into a tapestry needle, the remaining strand. And what I'm going to do is just collect the remaining loops that are left. And what I like to do is pull it at the end, because it's just nicer to do that. So you're just gonna, it's like a clothesline essentially. And the gapping of the hole should not be too big anyway at the end here. So it's not like you have to really close a lot of space. So make sure you circle all the way back to where you started. And then pull. Okay, and that'll close off the top. So what I would recommend to you is just go down to the center of the hat. So put your hand in the inside and safely just push it through, and then look at the inside of the hat and then secure it. So don't go, when you're securing this, don't go all the way through the hat. Just stay towards the fibers on the inside, and therefore you'll never worry about that falling out. So that's the basics of doing the helmet itself. You can see this is what you have. Okay, so now what are we gonna do? So now what we can do is we can progress now onto the applique pieces. So you can do the wings or you can do the horns, and that'll be next depending on which tutorial you're looking at right now. Okay, for those progressing on to the horns, we have these to make, and it's really quite a simple idea in order to do, and I'm going to be using a color that is not available in the Softy Chunky line. I don't have any other colors other than the green here in stock. So again, you're gonna have the different sizes that you have. So with the smaller hook, so this is the 3.75 millimeter, this is a size F. I'm just gonna keep the same size hook just for tutorial reasons today. And so you'll notice that there are different sizes and they match the different sizes hats. So you wanna choose the one that makes the difference for your hat. So in my case it'll be this one. So anytime I have that number, I'm just going to circle it, and that is awesome. So I'm just going through my instructions. So what we're going to do then is that we're gonna progress, and then once we get off to here, we have to have a tape measure to measure. If you don't want your horns so long, you can make it smaller too as far as length. So let's begin again, and let's do the horns. You need to make 2. I'm only gonna demonstrate it once. So let's start your horn. In my case it'll be chaining of 16, and we don't want to twist our chain, so it's like the very beginning of this, how we started. We want to do the same way. So what I would start, just do 10. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. I am using the same color as the hat for this. This is going to be attaching to the hat. You'll sew this section to the hat, and so just put that on. So you got 10, and I'm just gonna finish the other the rest. So 11 12 13 14 15 and 16, and now once you have that, just pull through and through like that. So your chain should not be twisting at all in any way. So what I want to do is that I want to now continue then to round number 1. All sizes are the same way, so I would just chain 1 and just turn it over to get the back hump of the chain like we did before, and just do 1 single crochet in each, just like this. Now this particular horn here, we do not have to turn at the end of each round. That's not something we have to do this time around, so just don't worry about that element, and just do 1 single crochet in each of the chain all the way around. So now that I come all the way around, I'm just going to slip stitch it. Make sure that this is not twisting in any weird way, so just follow the top edge. Make sure that it's in the same section. So I'm just going to just turn it. I like crocheting it so it's the working project is towards me and not away from me. So what I want to do is chain up 1 in round number 2. It says that we're gonna do 1 single or chain 1 single crochet in the back loop only, and you have to repeat that a set number of times. So my size, you have to repeat it 1 more time. So just starting in the first one in the back loop, you already know the difference of back loop front loop by this point in the tutorial. So just do 1 single crochet in the back loop and repeat it the set number of times. If you're doing the smaller hats, you don't need to repeat this at all. So just a back loop only all the way around. Okay, so I've just repeated that twice, so you can see that, and now we're gonna move on to the next round. So the next round is very specific to your size. So what I want to do is just chain 1 single crochet in the next 2 single crochets. It says 1 and 2, and then single crochet in the next, like put the next 2 together. Okay, so 2 together, and I'm just reading 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then the next 2 are together. So you just have to read your instructions for what you want to do, and it says you want to repeat it 1 more time, so the next 2 is together. So 1 and 2. Okay, and putting the next 2 together. etc. So you just making sure it's kind of curving in a little bit, and then you just slip stitch to the beginning. So to just be looking like it's just coming in just a slight bit so that it looks like the horn is coming out of this. So you want to get rid of this color now. Just weave it in a little bit, and then you want to grab your secondary color, which could be white. In my case, I can't film white on a white background, so I'm just going to use blue just for the sake of easier for you to be able to follow. So let's get that ready and we'll continue. So let's just use blue and let's attach where we finished off. So attach in the back loop only. Just pull through and just loop it like that, and then pull through like that. So that's one single crochet. That's a standing single crochet. So you want to apply one single crochet in the back loop all the way around for this round. So this gives the illusion that the horn is actually mounted inside this piece that you're attaching it to. So please just single crochet in the back loop all the way around. So once you get all the way around, just slip stitch to the beginning. So now you're just gonna do continuous rounds. Okay, so you'll just have slip stitch when you get to the end of a round. So you want this section here to be a certain distance. So it'll either be 2 inches to 3 inches depending on the size. In my case it'll be 2.5. So chain up 1, and in both loops then I want you to put in 1 single crochet, so you don't have to worry about back loops in this. So you're just gonna continuously go around and around as you make sure you slip stitch in between and get the distance that you need. In my case it'll be 2 inches in order to get that. So you'll notice here, because I've changed off the yarn, it doesn't look like it's pulling in a little bit. That's just because of the yarn change. So it does make a difference. So please get your 2 to 3 inches done depending on the size that you're making today, and then I'll see you at the end of that section. So now that I'm coming around here, now it should be a little bit longer. I will tell you that I'm running out of scrap yarn that I'm using here, so I want to make sure that I'm finishing before I have to change off this color. So I'm getting all my color done first. So you'll want to go to 2 to 3 inches depending on what size, but the rest of the instructions is still the same. So you're just gonna chain 1, and in my case it's gonna be 1 single crochet in the next 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then put 2 together. So you're doing a condensing so that it'll start making the horn round off at the top. So you have to do that around. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then put the next 2 together. So you have to do that total twice. Okay, and then just join it to the beginning single crochet. So let's move on then. The next round is the same for everybody. So you're just gonna chain up 1, and it's gonna be 1 single crochet in each. So it's just giving it a chance to round off without forcing it to be too blunt. So just 1 single crochet in each. Just like that. And then the very final one we have is that you're just gonna chain up 1, and then you're gonna put every 2 together. So put 2 single crochets together and keep doing that all the way around, and then you're just gonna fasten off the tip just like you did with the top of the hat. You're just gonna gather and then pull through everything, and then before you mount it to the hat you're gonna wanna stuff this with polyfill to keep its shape so that it will not collapse, and you're going to want to do that. So you just wanna do that all the way around. Okay, so now you're just gonna leave a long tail. I'm almost out of yarn here. Leave a long tail, and you want to close off the very tip of it. So using your tapestry needle once again, and you want to do 2 horns the same way. So just collecting the remaining stitches that are left open. There's not very many left open on this one. Okay, and then pull, and what I would do is stick it down through the middle here, and you can flip this inside out so you can access that. So just pull it through. and then secure it to the inside of this. Looks like I went through something extra there. So I want to just go through some fibers here just to trap it into position. I like this tapestry needle, but I don't like how everything falls out on it. It's just a matter of getting a little used to, I guess. Okay, so once you think you have it secured enough, you can just trim it down and then flip it back the way it should be. So grab some stuffing and then just lightly stuff this thing, and then what you want to do is that you want to take the same color of yarn, so in this case it'll be green, and you want to whip stitch it to the side of the hat. Okay, and once you have it all stuffed, then you just sew it right through the project into the other side, and then do both sides the same way, and therefore you'll have the horn. So it's just a whip stitching that's required, so just go around and just try to do your best. And what I would think about doing is get both horns done at the same time, and then just put it so that you can see them on the opposite side of each other, so that when you're wearing it, well, when the kid's wearing it, it will make sense. So just whip stitch to the side here, and there are videos on whip stitching. It's just a matter of just going in and out of the back here in order to secure it. So that would be how you do the horn helmet, just like this.